Hello again, friends and Lul Wolfpack members. Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. That's right, we're back out getting more science. And you know what? I've realised something. Not only have we gone and used these new landing gear to actually go and control this ship, well, even the ship, this little buggy thing we've made, a little jet-powered buggy. These are a lot more manoeuvrable. We don't actually need fins to go and control this now because these actually are able to steer themselves. So that's awesome. Not only this, but since we've gone and upgrade R&D to grade 2, we can actually go and take surface samples. And look at this, just here, next to the squad monument here, we actually get 9 science. So we're going to go keep that. EVA reports, here we go, we're going to keep that as well. Don't remember if I've done a crew report yet or not, is the question. So let's grab, let's see. Crew report, I have to board it first I suspect. So crew report, keep that one. And let's get back out again. Now, we're going to have to go and do all these little bits of sciencey things again. So, log pressure, keep, take, log temperature, yeah, we'll do that again, and we'll take the data. So, observe the material bay. Yep. So, again, we're going to go and collect the data, remove, restore, and then we can do that with mystery goo as well. So, observe the mystery goo. Keep, collect, and restore. So again, we can go and store all this data in here. I think we've got to go and take a surface sample again. And store that experiment in there. There we go. Awesome. And I think we may need to do another EVA report. So just to make certain that I've done that right. So there we go. 8 things in there. That's awesome. So, the thing is now, is I'm going to have to go around all the buildings again and take surface samples from them all. I mean, I wish I knew this last time, but I didn't realise. But, oh well. So, again, we're going to go for a bit of a time lapse, so I'll see you guys in a minute. And I think that is it. So let's recover the vehicle and let's see how much science we got from that. Holy crud, that is a lot more science than I was expecting. We've gone up to 179. Wow, we're 1 science away from getting 2 level 90 items. So back into the Space Center, let's actually go and get rid of that for the moment. Let's go and get a probe controller and let's go and grab... Actually, you know what? Let's grab you. You're not going anywhere. And then let's go and grab the heat shield, the dinky little one. Just plonk you there. Perfect. Okay, so launch. We should be able to perform the test now because this is from the launch pad. So let's go and see. Run test. Yep, there we go. We've gone and gotten that done. That's given us 1 science. So that's awesome. So that's the extra little bit of science we needed for that. A little bit of extra funds never hurts also. But now we get to choose 2 of these. So this is going to be interesting. We could go for heavy rocketry. Now this would give us the big thrusters. And I'm actually tempted to go for these. For the simple fact that we've already got, look at that. That thing is huge. That's a huge, huge, huge fuel tank. It's not the biggest, but it is bloody big. But we're still going to have to go this way to go to there, so that's going to be interesting. So, what 2 items do we want? We could go for this one, which is going to give us external fuel ducts, Apparently those are really useful. I'm not really sure yet. I'm going to wait for the time being. But we've got the fairings. We can go and test these anyway, so we don't need to go for these ones just yet. You know what? I'm actually thinking of going for this one right here. This is the Precision Engineering. The reason I wanted to go for this one is for this new probe controller. Now, the reason I want to go for this one is this actually goes and allows you to have prograde and retrograde control, so I don't have to manually control that at least. We're also going to be getting the micro node here. I'm not 100% sure what that is. Communitrons, a small stack decoupler, and a relay antenna. So I'm actually very tempted to go for this one. Actually, I am going to go for this one. So here we go. There we go. We've got that all researched. That's awesome. But now we've got test a small landing gear. I'm not going to worry about that one. Now we've got one for position a satellite in specific orbit of Kerbal. Okay. We've also got one for position a satellite in specific orbit of Minmus. Now this is a bit of an iffy thing for me because they want us to have a specific orbit, and I'm not quite sure what that is. So let's go and see what the note is. Here we go. It's got to be an inclination of 20.9 degrees. Now I'm not 100% sure what that is. I'm probably going to have to go and halt recording on this and actually go and check that before we get there. But either way, it's going to be interesting to go out and get there. So what I'm actually going to go and do is we're going to go and remove that for now. We're going to go and open up, where were we? We're going to go and reopen the Jello Talos. Oh, that's a bit thing. There we go. Right, okay. But what I am actually going to go and do is I'm going to go and remove that. I don't need that anymore. Well, I do need that. That's the bit I'm keeping. This is the bit that I'm actually going to go and completely rework. So where is the actual probe controller? There it is. So get rid of that. So this, again, this is the brand new of the two. So this is going to allow us to go and basically have prograde and retrograde. It's going to be really nice to have. But we also want a command module on here. Advanced inline stabilizer. That's a bit too big. I'm going to go for this one, I think. Yep, we're going to go for that one. And we're going to go for some batteries. So I'm going to pour one. I'm wondering whether one is enough. Maybe two. I'll put two on there just because we can actually go and... Actually, no, one is probably more than sufficient. Because we are going to have solar panels on there as well. So let's go and do that. So we're going to go and set this up. No. Alt. No. I think that is going to be good. There we go. So that's awesome. Now, all we need to go and do is to go and get this ready for launch. Now, I suspect... Where is it? It's going to be here, isn't it? Maybe? Maybe not. Ah, there we go. It's in payload. Right, okay, I get it. So there we go. Put that here. I think. There we go. There, look at that. We've got our payload in the fairings. That's awesome. Look at that. That's epic. Now, I'm not sure if this is his own decoupler. I mean, let's have a look. But you know what? Looking at this from the inside, you can actually see that it's got a decouple thing here. So it looks like that's actually going to be the thing. So, yeah, that should decouple and then allow this to fly out. That's going to be awesome. Alright, so let's grab our remaining rocket here. We can actually go and remove that. Remove you, because we don't need you anymore. There we go. So look at that. We've actually got our rocket ready to go to Minmus. That's awesome. I'm actually quite pleased with how that looks right now. I'm very, very pleased, in fact. Alright you guys, so here we are on the launch pad. I've actually gone and added some struts on here, although I kind of realised that these struts need to go and... Actually, wait a sec. No, they are in completely the wrong place. These need to come down to here. Yeah, that's fine. Good thing I went and checked this. It isn't like I went and tried to launch and had everything go horribly pear-shaped. No, 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 heaven forbid. Yeah, the band played Believe It If You Like. So, yeah, what we're going to go and do is we are going to go and max our thrust. And, first of all, turn on stability assist and stage. So, we're also going to go and do our little lean over here. So, that's going to be nice. And just look at how streamlined this thing is. It's so beautiful. I love it. It looks awesome. Now we could have made this even more kind of bulbous around the end, but I wanted to make it look a little nicer. Now again, we're going to go and throttle down now, because we don't want to go and start fighting the atmosphere. There we go. So again, we're no longer fighting the atmosphere. This is going really well. We can go and check out our apoapsis. As soon as this gets to a decent level, we're going to go and cut engines. Now at this point I'm actually going to go and use the snazzy little pro grade, because this is awesome. This is actually going to go and keep us more in line with where we're going. So this is going to keep us going up as well as actually turning us over into a nice little very, very subtle gravity turn. Well, let's have a look at our fuel. We're going to have a look at a stage view. So we're probably going to keep going until we run out of propellant here. And that is actually really nice. That's about the same as what we managed last time, 110,000 meters. So that's awesome. Again, we're going to go and do the lovely little stage. Just, oh, I never get tired of that. That's just so pretty. Oh, that's really nice. I love seeing that. Now, we're not going to go and actually go and burn yet. Although we are actually going to go and cut throttle and actually just get into the fuel there, so we can actually go and see what we need. So here we go. Let's go and add maneuver. Again, the maneuver itself is going to have to be done manually. Oh, wait, let's go back a little bit. And that should be 112, 18. That's almost completely circularized, so that'll be really nice to have. Right, okay, so again I'm gonna have to go and rotate this one, just because it's gonna mess with my mind if I don't. And we're coming up to about a minute on our node, which is about the time I usually like to go and fire. You know what? Actually, we can't use RCS at the moment, because RCS is inside the thing. So let's actually go and point to our node. No, you are trying to fight back now. We don't want that. And you know what? Let's actually just go and get ourselves pointed. No, 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 no. That's why you're fighting me there, aren't you? I forgot that I'd still got you set to pro grade. So yeah, we're doing all right, and we're definitely going to have enough fuel to go and circularize this one. Now we are losing altitude a little bit now, but it's not a massive problem. In fact, I'm actually going to go and just nose this one up a tiny amount, because this is not going to be terrible. It's not a big problem. So let's go and see. Let's bring this up. Yeah, we should. Oh, actually, we're probably not going to have enough fuel to circularize on this stage. So we're going to finish off the circularization on the next stage. Although I did actually go and start this a little bit later than I usually would like to, because normally I always like to have this before here. I really should have quick saved this one, but I never thought about it. So we're actually going to be using a lot less fuel, a lot more fuel even than I really would want to, but we've got enough to spare. And we might even make it on just this fuel tank. Although it's looking very, very close. So let's go and stage. No, we're actually going a little bit too fast. We've gone a bit over this now. So yeah, we're circularized. Although our 82, 181. So yeah, alright, fine. It's not as nice as I would have liked. But it's fine. Now, I suspect this is the orbit that we need to go and get to around Kerbal. So that'll be nice to have, but we need a materials bay or something for that. I'm not quite sure if I have that yet. But either way, like I said, we need to go and get to Minmus. We could theoretically just go and try and get straight here. I mean, let's set as target. And let's go and see how difficult that's going to be. So I suspect we're going to need to create a node from here. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a little... No, no, no. So we've got an encounter there. How long of a burn's that going to be? 1 minute 19. It's not terrible, actually. I mean, what would our apoapsis be there? It'd be a lot. I mean, do we have a... I don't think we actually have a... Do we have an encounter there? No, I don't think we do. So, let's go and bring this back up again. Now, this is looking promising. We've actually gone and managed to get a Minmus approach. We've also got a periapsis of about 209,000 meters, which should be okay to go and start maneuvering to get ourselves into that correct orbit. This is actually going to be my first time trying to get into a specific orbit. Now, this is going to be very, very interesting to actually go and do. So, again, we're going to have to go and point complete prograde. Not prograde, but actually go and manually turn this around. Now, as well, we are losing a tiny amount of electrical charge, but we're not using much at the minute anyway. So, what I'm thinking is, are we actually ready to go and test the Airstream protective shell? We're not in the correct orbit for it, but oh well, doesn't overly fuss me. So let's actually go and deploy. Look at that, that's awesome. Now I suspect, I'm really hoping that this is actually going to go and give us the ability to go and stage that after. I really hope so. If not, I've really screwed up. Oh well, I guess we'll have to go and find out. Now, we're just getting ready to go and start getting ourselves going. Now, what I'm actually going to go and do is extend the antenna. This is awesome. Look at that. So we've now got the antenna out. So that should give us awesome signal all the way to where we need it. Now, again, we're going to have to speed this up a tad until we get to where we need to be. So 5 minutes... There we go, 30 seconds, almost ready to burn. But I am actually going to go and just quickly get ourselves facing the way we want again. So there we go. We are completely, by the look of it, facing the way we want. And we're going to have to go and go in 3, 2, 1. So, yeah, let's get rid of that, and let's keep up our stage view of fuel, because it looks like we should have enough fuel to go and do this on just this stage. Now, if worse comes to worse, what's going to happen is we're just going to have to make do with this stage and not use this one. Because, like I said, I'm not 100% certain if this thing actually has its own little staging thing in there. It'd be nice if it did, but I kind of suspect that I may have made a little bit of a boo-boo. And it's probably... Although, caps lock, we need to go and bring this back into control. Although we're nearly done. We're nearly fully burnt. There we go. So that's that. We have changed our heading has changed a little bit, but we've still got a good amount of fuel in this particular stage. Now let's go and have a look. Now we still have an encounter, which is nice. So that's the periapsis. Now, so we want to add a maneuver here where we go and basically just okay. There we go. Now we've managed to get this into an orbit. The problem is we're going to have to go and finagle this to get into a proper orbit that we want. We're on a different. It's going to be on a different plane, so we don't want to go and do that. Okay. Now I suspect. Yeah, we'll go and fiddle with that a little bit more. What we want to go and do is really get the apoapsis to go meet up here. That will pretty much be exactly what we want out of this, but it's going to be the periapsis at this point. You know what? I think that is actually going to go and do it. Now, we're not on the same plane, so to speak, but it's a little bit difficult to go and fix that right now. What I'm thinking is we've just managed to go and pretty much almost exactly go and smack bang our new orbit around that apoapsis there. So I'm pretty sure we can go and finagle that after. So as soon as we get to round about this point, we should be able to go and alter our trajectory to go and make it so that we actually reach this. So that's going to be interesting. They want us to be going this way around as well. Now we're going to be coming this way. Oh boy. So I've just realised that potentially we're going to be going against what they want us to be. We're going to be on the same orbit, but we're going around the opposite way. Question is, can we go and change this part way here? I mean, let's go and add a maneuver here. Let's go and remove that one for now. So we really just want to get this periapsis over to the other side. So let's see if this... oh, it is possible. Very, very gently moving that over here. Now we need to go that a little bit further and potentially... Whoa. Right, okay, so we're now virtually going to be passing through that apoapsis. So we can go and fix things from there. So that's going to be awesome. Right, how long have we got until we need to go and do this? 32 minutes. So again, let's go... Actually, let's go and activate RCS this time, because now we've got RCS to help us out. Oh, this is so much more control. I'm actually quite... Oh, no. Now, that looks like we're fully lined up. Again, we're going to have to go and speed this up until we get much closer. Right, 28 seconds until we go. This is apparently a 1 second burn. So I'm actually just going to go and do this very, very gently. Because I don't want to go and screw this over too badly. So I'm actually going to go and start incrementally burning now. So this should get us to exactly where we need to be. We're a little bit faster, but we should be fine. Yeah, look at that. It's virtually perfect, but we can go and change this once we get a lot closer. It's going to be much easier to do that over here. So what we can go and do is we can remove that because we don't need it anymore. And I'm going to go here, add a maneuver, and then I'm going to go and try. Whoa. Ah. And get this fully circularized the way we need it to be, because that is just general circularization of Minmus, and that's not going to be too bad. But again, like I said, we want this to be perfect. Now, what I'm doing is I'm actually using the scroll wheel on this to try and line this up. Because as you can see, it's doing a marvellous little job at doing this. So, like I said, we want roughly to at least intersect somewhere. There we go. That is very, very nice, although we're kind of a little bit off still. Now, I don't know what the... It's a bit awkward trying to do this in a three-dimensional plane. So, that's the wrong way. So that's virtually perfect going around that way. Alright, okay. So, what I need to do is mess around here, I think. Now, that's looking... no, it's not looking as good as I hoped it was going to look. But that is pretty damn close. So that's going to be good. So all we need to do then is add another maneuver here to then go and circularize around this a lot more. So that should work quite happily. Now this is really quite spectacular. This is the furthest out I'm actually going ever. So let's remove that. Our electrical charge is perfect because we're not really doing much, and we're generating enough electrical charge. We've got a good enough communication with Kerbal thanks to our Communitron. Now it's also nice to see that we have a little bit of a tolerance for screwing up there. But anyway, let's go and warp to here. Now look at this. We're going away. Bye, Kerbal. Bye, Mun. Wow, we're going really far out. And we've still got really good signal strength. So this is really nice to have. So time warp's complete. We've still got 7 minutes. And look, there's Minmus. Wow, that is awesome. I mean, we're still pointing completely correctly weighed. So again, we're going to have to just go and speed this up until we get to our node. Oh, damn, we're a little bit over. Right, we ended up going a little bit over. And you can see that quite readily now. But it's not terrible. It's not the worst it could be. So let's go and add another maneuver here. Oh, no. We need to slow this down even more. So again, hopefully we're not going to be too far off this one. And again, we need to play with that. So that's looking good. Again. Right, that should be it. How long have we got until we've got to do? 9 days until we get to our node. You know, I've just realised something. We're actually travelling the opposite direction again, and I don't know what the hell I've done wrong in order to do this. But, oh well. Right, okay, so we're virtually at our node. The only issue is I'm really hoping that we're still going to be able to do this flying around in the opposite direction. I mean, worst comes to worst, we're going to have to fix it somehow. Question is, I don't know if we have the fuel to do so. But at the very least, we're going to be able to get some science from around here. Which is not going to be terrible. We are pointing completely towards our node, and we're going to have to be very, very careful. And we're going to have to go in 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Oh, I'm glad I caught that one. Okay, so that was very nice. We're going to have to do this very gently from now. So again, we've got the periapsis here. I mean, let's go add maneuver node. And let's go and bring this in. So that we are exactly, almost. There we go. That'll be perfect. Almost, actually. So we're still a little bit up, actually. Now I suspect that that should be good enough. Now, we are going completely counterclockwise to this. We're actually going clockwise. They want us to be going counterclockwise. So again, I'm not sure if this is going to work. So time warp's complete. Let's go and point towards where we need to go. Whoa. Still trying to get used to these controls because they're completely flipping on me all the time. But that looks good, actually. Oh, wait. It's virtually pointing retrograde. Actually, let's just point retrograde quickly and go back to stability assist just to go and line this up a little bit better. That looks good. So this is again a very, very low little burn that we're going to need. So this time, instead of doing the big burn that we did last time, I'm going to do just a very, very small little incremental burn now. So we've got 20 seconds until we need to do it, and I'm still surprised that we've got full signal to Kerbal. That's awesome. So we have got enough fuel in the tanks for this particular one, and we've even got loads left over, really. But either way, we're going to have to go and start burning in 3, 2, 1. There we go. It's still a tad over, but look at that. And it looks like we've actually gone and completed something. There we go. World's first milestone. Accomplish your space program have attracted contributions from numerous organisations. First flyby of Minmus. You've entered first orbit of Minmus. Alright, awesome. But it's not gone and achieved the thing that we wanted, really, has it? I mean, let's go and have a look. What is... Here we go. So that's the Kerbal one. Designated orbit around Minmus within marginal deviations. I mean, we've got it perfectly. I mean, let's have a look. We don't really have this one because we've got the inclination, but we're completely opposite of what we needed to be. Now, I wonder, is it possible to go and actually flip this around with the fuel that we have? I mean, let's add a maneuver node here. Oh, whoa. I mean, theoretically, it's possible. Now, according to this, it's going to take an estimated burn of only 4 seconds. So, this is actually going to be very interesting. So, let's actually go and try this. So, we're going to go warp here, see if we can actually go and pull this off. Now, we're already facing the right way, it seems. Just want to go and make sure. Can you just see that? Even me just tapping the RCS is actually affecting our orbit because it's so fragile. Now, that looks good. Now, this is going to be interesting. Now, again, we're 30 seconds from the burn. I'm wondering whether we're going to need a... I think we're going to need a full burn for this one. And I suspect we have enough fuel for a 4-second burn. Even if we don't, we do have a stage to go and fix this. But I suspect we've got more than enough for this 4 seconds. So we're going to go and need to go and burn in 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Whoa, that is almost perfect. Now, what's this? Another world first milestone. Achieved contributions from numerous organisations. Suborbital spaceflight over Minmus. Okay. Alright, okay. Right. Now, what I want to go and do is I want to go and fix our orbits here, because our orbits are a little bit screwed. So, what I'm going to go and do is add maneuver here, and I'm just going to go and fiddle with this a little bit. Now, that looks very, very good. Now, again, this is going to be one of those really tiny little orbital things. And again, look at this. It's so fragile what we're doing now to this orbit. But we've got such little fuel left in this thing. We still have enough to do this, I suspect. So what we're going to go and do is we're going to go and warp in. Alright, so this is going to be another tiny tiny little adjustment button. This should go and sync up our apoapsis with where we want to go and be. So 3, 2, 1. There. Right, that's that. So that is perfect. And I think mission achieved. Yes, we finally did it. Awesome. That's epic. That's 11 science. Okay, good. So I don't have to keep mucking about with this now. So, oh, that's nice. Hello, Minmus. Now, what I am tempted to go and do is also get ourselves into a very low orbit of Minmus as well. So that's that achieved. So we can go and get 2 lots of science. So we're high science now. So let's observe the mystery goo. And let's go and high over Minmus. We'll transfer this one because we don't really have any other option to do so. So let's go and have a look at our electrical charge. We should be generating quite a bit. Let's transmit. Transmit data. Oh, it's all done. All gone. And we're generating more power. Alright, awesome. So now what do we want? We want the pressure. Again, we're going to go and send that out. There we go. That's that done. Now we just want the temperature. And we'll go and transmit that. There we go. So now that's the high orbit around Minmus done. So what I'm thinking is we're going to want to go pretty much just go and point retrograde. And let's go remove you. We don't need you anymore. So let's go to the apoapsis. We're going to go and warp to there. Wow, even just doing that has just messed with our orbit. But either way, what I'm actually going to go and do is I'm actually going to go and stage this. So let's go and stage that. And we'll fire that one so we've actually got the extra liquid fuel from there. Now, what we're going to go and do is, again, we're going to stay pointing pure retrograde. And we'll go and just slowly burn this down so we can get into a low orbit. Oh, even more science. That's nice. But I don't want to look at that while I'm doing this. So we want to get this fairly low as we can get it, really. Let's try that. I think that should be sufficient. And then let's warp there. Now, still, we're completely pointing retrograde, so we can go and bring this in even more. And because this planet is, well, this tiny little microplanet, or whatever you want to call it, is so small, we can go and get ourselves relatively close. In fact, let's actually go and increase the thrust just a tiny amount. And we're using such little fuel to do this now. So theoretically, we can go and fly this probe off and go and do something else with it. So the apoapsis and the periapsis are about to go and switch. As soon as it gets to about here. I go 57, 43. That's good enough. So we're back out and let's have a look. Wow, we're a lot closer to Minmus now. We've still got full signal. I'm really happy with this. So what we're going to go and do is we're going to go and observe this mystery goo. Do we get anything new from you? Yes, we do. Although we don't get anything from transmitting it. This is still technically high over Minmus. So let's reset that. In fact, let's actually go back and try and get this way lower. Now we've managed to get our periapsis to around about 18,000 meters. I'm hoping that this doesn't count as high over Minmus anymore. There we go. Warp is complete. Does this count as low science now? It does, actually. Space near Minmus. So that's awesome. So it's still 12 science. So we're going to go and transmit that one. It would be nice to be able to get this back. but there's no way of really getting back. And we can't do anything yet because... Actually, that's a thought, isn't it? Can we actually control the probe at all now? Because we're completely opposite side. So, let's see. No, doesn't look like I can control it. We're going to have to wait until we get signal back again. There we go. We've got signal. So, does this still count as near, or is this... So, review the data. Yep, so 42% still. Okay, good. So we can still transmit this, so transmit data. We'll go and log the temperature again. We'll transmit that. And then we'll log the pressure. And transmit that. And there we go. That is awesome. That is epic. So that's going to be it for now. So let's go back to the Space Center and see just how much science we want and got ourselves. So we've already got up to 156 science. That's awesome. We've got some debris over here. In fact, let's just recover all that. Oh yeah, that's the launcher things, isn't it? Yeah, that's what it was. Alright, so that's great. Now, we only need a little bit more science before we can go and research one more of these ones. In fact, that's actually just a tiny, tiny little amount. But that's epic. That's allowed us to go and do a lot in one thing. We actually even managed to go and completely fix our orbit around Minmus. Although we went and unfixed it after. Now, we've still got the mission to go and do a specific orbit around Kerbal. But it says we have to have Mystery Goo and Materials Bay. Now, I'm not really sure what a Materials Bay is. So, again, it's something I'm going to have to go and research. But we've also gone and got 400,000 Kerbal credits. You know what I'm actually going to go and do? Let's go and upgrade the astronaut complex. That's what's going to do. It allow us to actually go and place flags and do EVAs off of Kerbal. So we're going to get EVA reports as well. So that's going to be even more awesome. So I think very soon it's going to be time to go and land on the moon. I think. Put some Kerbals on the moon. That's what I think we're going to go and do next. So this is going to be interesting. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. It's possibly been a really long one because I've been recording for 2 hours. Now, I'm going to have to cut this down to some reasonable length. So really hope it goes and works. But anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. Like it if you've liked it. Dislike it if you didn't. Neither of those good enough for you, that's what the comments are for. And if you really want to go and keep up to date with the videos that we're doing, go and hit that bell icon, join the notification squad. You're really not going to regret it. I've been Commander Chaos Wolf from Sci-Fi Gaming. You guys, as always, have been epic. I will see you soon. And until next time, my fellow Kerbans, keep flying and stay shiny.